SCP-2554 Object Class Keter Special Containment Procedures. All wild instances of SCP-2554 are to be destroyed on site under the guise of controlling an invasive species. Any herbicide capable of killing mundane duckweed is sufficient for these purposes. A public hotline has been set up for the ease of gathering possible civilian reports of wild SCP-2554 instances. Failure to completely eradicate SCP-2554 in the wild could lead to a GH-class scenario. An instance of SCP-2554 is kept at Provisional Site COV-6 for research purposes. To avoid contact dermatitis and infestation, researchers are to wear biohazard suits at all times while in the presence of SCP-2554. Medical staff at Provisional Site COV-6 are to be trained in identifying signs of SCP-2554 infestation. Surgical intervention is successful in remedying SCP-2554 infestations. As of Redacted, Provisional Site COV-6's local carp population is to be utilized along with herbicides and other mundane control methods for SCP-2554 eradication. Description: SCP-2554 is an anomalous duckweed plant phonetically similar to Wolfia microscopia. All examples of SCP-2554 are genetically identical to each other. Mundane Wolfia microscopia grows in water, utilizing its thalli to obtain nutrients from the water. SCP-2554 is capable of growing on mediums which are entirely inappropriate for duckweed. Recorded mediums are glass, fabric, animals, fungus, and other plants. SCP-2554 that is grown in a non-organic medium is less healthy than instances grown in an organic medium. It can survive on materials which are completely devoid of nutrients for up to 3 months before dying off. SCP-2554 does not grow on materials with herbicidal properties. While it is capable of growing on living organisms with the same success as its natural growth medium, organisms with scales are less likely to become hosts to SCP-2554 infestations. SCP-2554 was originally discovered at the Petco retail store located at Redacted. It was subsequently found at an additional 485 Petco retail locations in the Quebec region. Governmental Health Services traced the source to a Petco distribution center in Laval, Quebec. Reports of a ringworm-like infection amongst employees and stock in multiple Canadian locations were discovered to be caused by SCP-2554. Investigation into the distributor records revealed that the order of SCP-2554 had been harvested from a lake in Redacted. The lake's population is considered to be the original population of SCP-2554. Identification of SCP-2554 as an anomalous phenomenon was delayed due to the normal conditions of Petco stores and stock. By the time containment efforts began, it had been released into the wild in several locales. Additional instances were found in stores, homes, and the wild across the province of Quebec. Cover-up efforts mandated that Class A amnestics were to be administered to the entire population of the affected region, and a cover story was spread about an invasive strain of duckweed spreading concurrently with a particularly virulent form of ringworm from those employed at the distributor and stores in that region. Currently, a Foundation-owned hotline has been set up for citizens to report abnormal plant or fungal behavior in the affected region until full containment of SCP-2554 is achieved. SCP-2554 is to be considered uncontained at this time. It is possible that full containment of SCP-2554 is infeasible due to the magnitude of invasion vectors and its anomalous properties. It is highly probable that only partial containment of SCP-2554 can be achieved with current mundane technology and practices. For the preservation of normalcy, research is ongoing onto possible anomalous means of containing SCP-2554. If SCP-2554 is permitted to spread without containment, a GH-class scenario is projected to occur within redacted years. Addendum A. The original SCP-2554 population in Redacted was found to be contained in a single pond despite its anomalous behavior. Research into this revealed that unusual behavior on the part of a school of Prussian carp was responsible for this containment. Provisional Site COF-6 was established to further research the effects of these and unrelated Prussian carp on SCP-2554. Due to the small size and high nutrient value of SCP-2554, survival rates of viable carp fry are greater than normal. Research indicates that the consumption of SCP-2554 as a source of food has no adverse effects on the carp or carp fry. The Prussian carp population is not considered to be anomalous at this time. Addendum B. Research Assistant Linzel captured footage of the local Prussian carp scraping off SCP-2554 infested scales and retreating to safe water to begin a healing process. It is unclear if this is a learned behavior or a sign of possible anomalous activity. Additionally, the local carp have been observed preferentially feeding on SCP-2554 at areas of likely SCP-2554 transmission. Confirmed non-anomalous Prussian carp will engage in this behavior after observing the local carp performing it. This has been classified as a Class S memetic anomaly, and carrier populations have been established in Foundation sites to further research. Otherwise, the Prussian carp population is not considered to be anomalous. Addendum C. Unredacted, a population of 3 of Provisional Site COF-6's additional carp and 7 unrelated Prussian carp were introduced into a reservoir containing SCP-2554. Observation has confirmed that over the course of 5 months, SCP-2554 quantities were reduced sufficiently to permit mundane eradication efforts. A request is pending to include Prussian carp in SCP-2554 containment procedures. Addendum D. A routine investigation of the surrounding watershed of the redacted lake discovered cylinders of air bladders and hardened tree sap in the surrounding areas. Also discovered were Prussian carp exhibiting the same memetic anomalies as found beforehand. DNA analysis of the air bladders revealed that they are from the American bitterin, a species native to the area. The purpose or origin of the cylinders is unknown.